Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Your home for the County of Champions.
Has a throw to first, and that's your ball game. Union has won its first ever WPIAL championship.
There it is. Champions, the Static Lancers.
Strike three. The Union Scotties, golden once again.
One gold, not enough. How about 2 district gold and 2 state gold for the Lady Lancers? The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
9 seconds. Anderson into the corner. It's poised for three. Shot! He turns the
Look
game.
to throw again. Directing traffic. Going for the quarterback in the end zone. Touchdown!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Coming to you live from Brookville High School for PIAA Class 1A second round playoff action for boys basketball here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Tonight, it's the District 7 runner-up, the Union Scotties, taking on the 4th place team out of District 9, the Cameron County Red Raiders. Tonight's broadcast on the Lawrence County SportsNet and the Trib Live High School Sports Network is presented by the Union Area Boosters. Tonight's broadcast also brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, by Luxembourg Garbett, Kelly and George, by Castle Asphalt, by the Red Zone, by Pontius Insurance, by the Crane Room Grill, by Medora Bonner Law, by Penn Ohio Bottled Water, by Health in Motion Physical Therapy, by the Tri-County Principals Association, by Works in Progress Paint Services, by the Union Area Education Association, the Union Volunteer Fire Department, Lawrence County Child and Youth Services, and the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. I'm James Dodson. Glad to bring you the call here from Brookville High School. Basically a perfect center point, about a minute, or a minute, you wish, an hour and 20 minutes away from both Union and Cameron County. The Scotties coming in at a 23-3 record, coming off an opening round victory over Kennedy Catholic by a final score of 65-45. Cameron County, the upset. They defeated Portage area, the District 6 champion, and they took control of that game. 50-28 the score of that one. That game actually played on Saturday after it was postponed just shy of 24 hours due to a weather delay from that game on Friday, moved to Saturday night. A trip to the state quarterfinals on the line between Cameron County and the Union Scotties, and a very interesting scenario. A couple of tidbits right off the bat that we're going to have to get into. Number one, the setup that they have, first off, for where the benches are. It is a very compact bench area because there are bleachers that are on, say, the corners on the side where the scorer's table is. They go about to where the foul line is on both sides, and then they stop, and that's where the benches can officially begin. And that means that literally the entire Union bench is outside of the coaching box. So interesting how that will play in terms of where Coach Stanley is allowed to be. He's actually not allowed to be next to his team, basically, throughout the course of the night. The other interesting tidbit, both teams wore their road uniforms. Union wearing their blues, Cameron County wearing their reds. Cameron County's the top of the bracket. They should be the home team, or at least that's the way we've understood it. But we'll see how that may end up playing out as well red versus blue. Feels like the old Halo days here at lcsportsnet.com. We're going to take a break on our LGKG pregame show. We'll come back and break this one down a little more as we have Class 1A second round state playoff action here on the Lawrence County SportsNet and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Your broadcast brought to you by the Union Area Boosters.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAP Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
Back here at Brookville High School, if that name sounds familiar for Lawrence County fans, it should, because that's who Neshannock will be playing tomorrow at Clarion University. Here just a few minutes down the road, actually, from Clarion for today's contest between the Union Scotties and the Cameron County Red Raiders. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by the Union Area Boosters. Our LGKG pregame show underway. Let their law firm of AV-rated attorneys and super lawyers guide you through the legal process. Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George, keeping promises for over 80 years. Union, again, 23-3 under Coach Mark Stanley, his 9th season in his second stint at the U, his alma mater. Similarly, Marcus Brown on the other side, coaching at his alma mater, but a very different situation as Marcus Brown is a graduate of the class of 2019 of Cameron County and took over at the beginning of the 2020 season. So just in his 3rd year, and he's only 4 years out of high school as he's been the head coach here of Cameron County, talking to the local radio station covering Cameron County here tonight, and talked about the fact that they, basically his goal was to, after high school, go into the family business and also go into coaching, and he got into both, running both, a lot more quickly than originally anticipated. So big hats off to Marcus Brown, who was a player, averaged 10 points a game in his senior year, graduate of 2019. And this Cameron County team, the fact that they're even here in the state playoffs is very impressive, because they were down 7 points in the first round of their District 9 playoff game against Johnsonburg and somehow came from behind from that 7 points down in the last minute to win that game. They end up being the number 4 seed, and then they held Portage, a team that averages over 7 points a game. They have a couple of 1,000-point scorers on that team, held them to just 28 in the first round of the state playoffs. Now, Portage was missing their number 1 scorer on the night, and that definitely made a big difference in that game. But still, on the season, Cameron County averaging just 42 points allowed per season. Very similar on the other end when you look at Union with Coach Stanley Scotties. They're averaging just under 42 points a game. So two teams that like to get it done on the defensive end for sure. For Cameron County, you're going to hear trio of names who really lead the scoring. Camden Allison's the leading scorer. He's a senior at averaging 12 points per game. And then 10 points, 11 points per game for Ryan Schaefer and Josh Smith, a sophomore and junior respectively. Not a ton of height for either one of these teams. For Union, you know where it all begins. It begins with Matthew Stanley, averaging now 17 points per game. He is the number one scorer in Union basketball, boys basketball history, that is, though he only needs 6 points to become the all-time leading scorer, boys or girls, at the U. And here's the other new tidbit. He is now in the top 10 in Lawrence County history for boys basketball all-time scoring list. So big congratulations to Matthew Stanley on that as he cracks the top 10 all-time. He couldn't care less about that. He's looking to get his team a victory here tonight and get into the quarterfinals for the second straight season for the U, and potentially, it's going to be a rematch. Either Elk County Catholic, who they played last year in the quarterfinals at Clarion, or Carlinton, who they've played 3 times this year, including in the WPIAL semifinals. We'll have Tweety Bird doing some work for us at home. Thank you, Katie Walser. She's going to keep us abreast on that score as best as possible here tonight. And that one's just down the road. And right on cue, we do get a score update. 28-19, Elk County Catholic leading Carlinton at the halftime break of that one. Winner takes on the winner of Union and Cameron County. We'll have starting lineups and tip-off when we return. You're listening to the Class 1A second round action in the PIAA playoffs here on the Lawrence County SportsNet and the Trip Live High School Sports Network. When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Weiland, Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance and receive the personalized service you deserve.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Hey Scotty fans, it's Mrs. Ryan
and Miss Felina here on behalf of the Union Area Education Association.
And we want to wish all of our Scotties good luck this season. Go Scotties!
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park. Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
When injuries get you sidelined, don't trust just anyone to get you back on the field. Visit Health in Motion Physical Therapy in Shenango Township. They want to get you back to the top of your game as quickly as possible with certified orthopedic and manual therapies. At Health in Motion, you receive quality one-on-one time with a board-certified physical therapist. Get the next generation of physical therapy to help in your recovery. Health in Motion is the first PT clinic in Western Pennsylvania to use the Nuvie, the neurobioelectric stimulator, in their therapies. Their technologies can reduce your time on the sideline from 3 or 4 weeks to just 3 or 4 days. Don't wait for months to see improvement. Notice a difference after your first visit to Health in Motion, keeping you moving.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
Tip-off just a few moments away here from Brookville High School. It's the Class 1A playoffs and the state second-round action. Union Scotties will be the road team wearing the blues, and Cameron County wearing the home reds. Very sarcastic there. Both teams wearing their road uniforms again tonight as they get the starting lineups announced. Your starting lineups tonight brought to you by the Red Zone. Make sure you stop by the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all of your county sporting apparel needs. Remember, Spirit Sales can help raise big money for your organization. Just fill out a form. Let the Red Zone do the rest. Visit them online, theredzonesports.com. See how your group can score big at the Red Zone. Union been scoring big all season with a big number of seniors, 9 of them on the roster. All 5 in the starting lineup are 12th graders. Matt Stanley, again, the all-time leading scorer, just needs 6 to become the all-time boys or girls leading scorer, averaging 17 per game. Joining him, Cam Taylor, 5.5 points per game for the 5'11 senior. Caden Fisher, the big man, 5 points, 7 rebounds per game for the 6'4 senior. Brennan Porter, a 6'2 senior, averages 3 points per game, and Peyton Lombardo, 10 points per contest for the 6'1 senior guard. So Matt Stanley, Cam Taylor, Caden Fisher, Peyton Lombardo, and Brennan Porter for Coach Mark Stanley's Union Scotties. On the other side for the Cameron County Red Raiders under the head coach Marcus Brown, the leading scorer, 6' senior Camden Allison. Joining him, another 6' senior Brevin Lewis. He averages 3 points per game. Sophomore, 11 points per game for Ryan Schaefer. Junior in the starting lineup, Josh Smith. He also averages 11 points per game. And 6'2 sophomore Landon Farron averaging 8 points per contest. Allison, Lewis, Schaefer, Smith, and Farron, the starting 5 for Cameron County. And again, the winner will take on the winner of Carleton and Elk County Catholic. The other two teams, or the other two games, I should say, in the western half of the Class 1A basketball tournament. Farrell taking on Harmony. That's the nightcap of the Clarion game. Again, Carleton, Elk County Catholic at half right now, with Carleton trailing Elk County 28-19. And the other game features Union. Not the Union area Scotties, but the Union Reimersburg Trojans there. The Knights, as they take on Imani Christian. That game going on down at Kiski area here this evening. Your officials, Ed Baumkratz, Roger Walter, and Noah Jordan, as we're just about ready to tip it up. Union in the blues going from right to left. Cameron County in the reds going from left to right. It'll be Fisher tipping it up against Smith, and the ball will be controlled by the Scotties in the backcourt with Matt Stanley bringing it across the timeline. And it looks like it's going to be a man-to-man defense played by Cameron County, as they're going to go face guard against Stanley, able to get it to him. He drives in, well defensed there by Schaefer, kicks it back out to Fisher, looking to set up the offense here in the first possession of the game. Tough time getting it to him. Now they do get it back to Stanley. He goes baseline drive, flop, no calls, bodies went down to the floor, gets it off to Cam Taylor. He drives, great defense being played here in the early going, first 30 seconds of the game from Cameron County. Now Taylor will look to set it back up. His pass to Brennan Porter goes through his hands. He's able to track it back down before it goes out of bounds. Running the motion to the left wing. Lombardo squares, look to take a three, unable to get to it. Back over to Matt Stanley. Already 40 seconds gone on this opening possession for the U. Taylor, right wing. Porter thought about a three. Now it goes over to Fisher. The bigs just laying way off from him. Now Taylor taking the left wing three. In and out, no good. Backs down, rebound, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Porter of Union. So 53 seconds off the possession, but no points on the board here between Cameron County and the U. Cameron County will bring the ball across the timeline with Camden Allison. And you have Cameron Taylor on the other side. We're going to have a lot of fun dealing with that over the course of this evening. Trying to drive is Ryan Schaefer, cut off there by Matt Stanley. He's going to get the return pass now on the right wing. Still scoreless between the Raiders and the Scotties. Backdoor cut's going to go through the hands of Allison and turned over. Deflected on the way by both Fisher and Stanley. Stanley hesitates, gets to the foul line, now takes a little 10-foot jumper in the lane. It's good. Hesitation move, got some space, 2-0 Union, and now into the full court press will be the Scotties. Cameron County will just clear out and let Schaefer bring it across the timeline. 2-0, 6:30 remaining opening quarter. Another pass that goes through the hands of the intended target. Allison butterfingers on the first two pass attempts to him. 2-0 Union with the 6:20 remaining in the opening quarter. Top of the key, Stanley left open. He'll splash it down for three, and a whistle after the play as well. So the three's going to count. And then we're going to have a push, it looks like, against Porter on the rebound. So the basket is still good. 5-0 Union, less than 2 minutes into the game. The first foul of the game, though, called against Porter on the rebound. Allison breaks the press, double teamed on the near side. Able to get the pass off to Schaefer. He's double teamed there by Lombardo and Fisher. His pass is going to be deflected and picked off. Porter able to get the hands on it, get the steal. He goes coast to coast, off the window and in. Big play, Brennan Porter makes it 7-0 Union. 2 minutes in, timeout. Quickly called by Cameron County, a 30-second Pontius Insurance timeout. Make sure you take the timeout to save money on your insurance by giving Dan Pontius, Jessica Weiland, or Tracy Giddings a call and get started today. Thanks to our friends at Pontius Insurance, and thanks to our friends at the Union Area Boosters. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Union Area Boosters. 7-0 your score. Union with a 2 and a 3 from Matt Stanley, and then a steal and a score from Brennan Porter. But you can see the defense early on. Cameron County really, in half-court defense, are really packing it in, not allowing for the dribble drive. But the other way, Union has forced 3 turnovers on 3 Red Raiders possessions. So to update you again, nothing really done about the red versus blue. No issue with a white jersey, not white jersey. The other real interesting issue, though, is that Union's bench, including their assistant coaches, are all outside of the coaching box. Off the inbounds pass can be only stolen away, but running out of real estate is Matt Stanley. He ended up tiptoeing the sideline, going out of bounds. Finish that thought. All 3 assistants are out of the coach's box, and that means that Coach Mark Stanley has to stay in the box far, far away from the rest of the team. So the really interesting setup that they have on that far sideline. Back to the action. Union holding a 7-0 lead early in the first quarter. Hesitation dribble. Camden Allison drives in, kicks it back out to Schaefer. His pass is going to go out of bounds, deflected on the way by Fisher. Possession will stay with Cameron County. Hasn't even gotten a shot off yet in the first 2.5 minutes. 3 possessions, 3 turnovers so far for the Red Raiders. Schaefer, the sophomore, running the point, crossover dribble, swings it over to Brevin Lewis. He tries to drive against Lombardo, hesitates, backing his way in, puts the shot up tough in the lane, no good. Fighting for the rebound, it's going to be tapped out and possessed by Union, though, as it was tapped by a Red Raider straight to Cameron Taylor. To the right wing and traveling with the basketball, taking an extra step there was Peyton Lombardo for the first Union turnover with 5:13 remaining in the first quarter. 7-0 your score. Union with the lead. Staying in the press, Brevin Lewis able to get the inbounds pass over to Schaefer. He'll bring it across the timeline. 5 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. 7-0 Union leads. Handoff, Cameron and Allison. Trying to find some room. Gives it back out to Schaefer between the circles. For Cameron County, drive in, nearly a poke away from behind. They get it to Josh Smith in the corner. He goes on a tough Euro step between 2 defenders. Can't get the shot to go off the window, but he was fouled on the way through. And this is going to be Porter. It's going to be his second. Actually, it's not. They're going to get Caden Fisher for his first, team's second. 4:50 remaining in the first quarter. Josh Smith, 6'3 junior, able to get the first point on the board here for Cameron County. Braylon Thomas checks in to give Porter a break. First substitute of the game. Both free throws good for Smith. 7-2 the score. Union leads. They have possession. Working the motion on the left wing right now with it is Taylor. Over to Lombardo, top of the key. 3 on the way, rolls around the rim, no good. Braylon Thomas skies up for the offensive rebound, kicks it back out. Cam Taylor pumps on a 3, drives into the lane, a left-handed layup. It goes in and out, no good. He's going to almost get a steal in the backcourt, but he got a piece of the arm as well against Josh Smith. So 3 team fouls with 3.5 minutes gone here in this Class 1A second-round battle, the Sweet 16, if you will. Taylor does get a steal on this inbounds pass, hands it off to Matt. He drives in the lane, blocked from behind. Good clean block from Camden Allison coming back. Ball on the floor, diving on it and getting the steal right back is Braylon Thomas. Good bounce pass across the lane for a Cam Taylor scoop shot lay-in. Thought it looked like Cameron County had a chance to break out with the basketball. Was on the court and flying on the court to get it was Braylon Thomas. Pass down low, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul as Cam Taylor looked like he got all ball for a jump ball, but the official saw it otherwise. That's his second foul at the 4:07 mark. And it is March Madness. And this is something that you do see quite frequently. Some districts, just like you see Big Ten versus ACC versus SEC officials, to all call a little bit differently. You have to adjust to what they call. That one might be let go in some districts, but called here tonight Free throws are both good for Landon Farron. Both these teams about 60% from the line. All 4 points for Cameron County have come from the charity stripe. Three-pointer from Braylon Thomas, no good. Offensive rebound, put back, good job off the window for Caden Fisher to get into the scoring column. Midway through this first quarter, 11-4, Union leads. Josh Smith gets the screen. Being guarded by Fisher, tries to drive in, gets the extra step and gets to the lane. Good quick step for Josh Smith. The first field goal of the game for Cameron County. Union still leads 11-6. Drive, draw. Thomas left alone. He'll take another one. This one, no off the mark, no good. Scotties 1 for 4 in the early going from beyond the arc. By the way, Lucas Stanley did check in at that last whistle with Cam Taylor getting his second foul. Trying to drive in, Lewis may have got away with a push-off. His pass down low, able to get it to Landon Smith as it was deflected. Back to the outside. It was from Farron to Smith. Landon Smith knocks it down. He's got 7 of the Raiders' 9 points. Lead down to 2. Union coming the other way quickly in transition. Right in the lane goes Stanley for a deuce. Ryan Schaefer with the ball. Union's lead back up to 4. Finds an open man, Farron. He's going to be blocked on the way by Lucas Stanley and knocked away. Matt with possession now. He's trying to keep the dribble going, able to somehow get the pass up. Good no-look pass from Braylon Thomas to Fisher, and he's going to get ripped on the arm for a foul before he can get a pass or a shot off. First foul of the game against Cameron County is going to be a good foul against Brevin Lewis. That's going to take us to our under 4 timeout. With 2:40 remaining in the first quarter, Union leads 13-9 over Cameron County. Back in a moment here at lcsportsnet.com and at Trib Live High School Sports Network. Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
At LCAP Early Learning Centers, our kids are superheroes with extraordinary abilities to explore and learn. All our programs are filled with amazing children, but we need help. We're hiring group supervisors, assistant group supervisors, aides, and many other support positions. If you love to work with children as young as 6 weeks old, then you could be a superhero too. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County. Apply today at lcap.org.
Back to the action, 13-9, your score. Union leading, and they get the inbounds pass in the front court. And Braylon Thompson's going to bring it back up and set up the offense. Running the motion with a 4-point lead, 2:30 remaining in the opening quarter. Trying to direct traffic from the bench is head coach Marcus Brown, trying to get back out there like he's playing days just 4 years ago. Thomas looks for a backdoor cut, tries to force one in, looking for Lucas Stanley. It's going to be deflected and stolen away. The second Union turnover, down to 2:10 remaining opening quarter. Union holding a 4-point advantage. Schaefer on the right wing, gets a screen, trying to go a little two-man game. Able to get the switch he wants, passes over to Landon Farron, a little give and go, pump fake down low, backdoor cut, well defensed by Union, but then getting position down low, partially blocked on the shot up. Allison couldn't get it to go because Fisher got a hand on it. Matt Stanley coming the other way, kicks it over. Thomas, open for 3. Short, no good. Long rebound goes all the way back out. Matt Stanley gets the extra possession. Kicks it over to Lucas in the corner. He puts one up. It's no good. Offensive rebound again. Fisher this time kicks it back out. Thomas decides not to take this one. Drives in on the baseline. Puts up the little floater. It's good for his first points. So Union struggling from beyond the arc early, but able to get a couple of layups now. Makes it a 15-9 advantage. Well, Princeton-style offense. A lot of pass and cut, a lot of backdoor looks. Three-pointer from the wing is good again. Josh Smith, only his 30th of the season, but he's made him look easy from downtown. It's down to a one-possession game here early, 15-12. Union with the lead. Down to a minute to play in the first quarter. Fisher thought about a 3. Farron not amused. Lombardo knocked away from behind as he tried on a baseline drive. It will stay with the Scotties with 52 seconds remaining. Thomas will check out. We'll see Elijah Booker check in for the first time for Union. Joined out there by Lucas and Matt Stanley, as well as Fisher, and Lombardo is going to be the one inbounding. Into the front court, gets it to Matt Stanley with 50 seconds remaining. Go back up to the Brookville Raider logo. Union taking on the Red Raiders, which is kind of nice, though, because the Raiders on the scoreboard is what it says. Doesn't say Red Raiders, just Raiders, but it works. They're playing off. It looks like Union content to potentially hold for the final shot. Already down to 30 seconds remaining. Matt takes a look at the officials. Gives a quick jab step anytime they start counting. Now we're down to 20 seconds remaining. Being guarded by Schaefer. 4 Union players down on the baseline, awaiting for this final shot. Down to 12. Down to 10. That engages, brings it back out to 8. Takes a look at the clock. Down to 7, down to 6. Crossover dribble, gets into the lane, now pulls out to the sideline. 2 seconds remaining. Backdoor cut, finds Elijah Booker. What a find to end the first quarter. Stanley dribbling around. They forgot about Elijah Booker on the back door, and an early Maley Chiropractic play of the game nominee as Elijah Booker gets the bucket, makes it 17-12. Union leads at the end of 1. Back in a moment. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Union Area Boosters. When injuries get you sidelined, don't trust just anyone to get you back on the field. Visit Health in Motion Physical Therapy in Shenango Township. They want to get you back to the top of your game as quickly as possible with certified orthopedic and manual therapies. At Health in Motion, you receive quality one-on-one time with a board-certified physical therapist. Get the next generation of physical therapy to help in your recovery. Health in Motion is the first PT clinic in Western Pennsylvania to use the Nuvie, the neurobioelectric stimulator, in their therapies. Their technologies can reduce your time on the sideline from 3 or 4 weeks to just 3 or 4 days. Don't wait for months to see improvement. Notice a difference after your first visit to Health in Motion, keeping you moving.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all.
Red Zone does have it all. We thank them. As we're quickly back to the action. The buzzer beater for Union on the backdoor cut to Elijah Booker, and then they get a steal, and it's almost the same scenario, but as they go coast to coast. It's kicked back out, though, is unable to get the shot off down low this time was Booker. Back up to the top of the key. Three-pointer on the way, no good for Matt Stanley. 17-12, Union with the lead. Cameron County now back in possession. Almost another steal. Matt couldn't quite get to it in time. Crazy spin move high off the glass, no good. As trying to drive in there was Ryan Schaefer against Fisher. Matt gets the call from his father, Coach Mark Stanley. It feels like from a mile away compared to the rest of the bench. He drives right in, hangs in the air, puts it high off the glass and in. He's got 9. Union with a 7-point advantage. Here early second quarter. Hesitation. Allison able to get past a couple defenders into the lane. His shot blocked on the way up, but he got a piece of the body too. Clean up high, but got him with the leg. Did the help defender, Peyton Lombardo. Good move by Camden Allison. Hesitated once to get past Fisher at midcourt and then crossed over to get inside of the second defender to get the first foul on Lombardo. And that also means we'll get another player at the scorer's table. We're going to get another Stanley, and it's young Mark Stanley. Missed the entire regular season with a knee injury. First game back was the first game of the WPIAL playoffs. First free throw no good. Second free throw also off the mark for Allison, so he's still unable to get onto the scoreboard. Top of the key, 3 on the way. Lucas Stanley knocks another one down. 53rd of the year, 23rd of the playoffs. It's a 10-point Union advantage. Double team in the front court, able to find the trailer. Floater is off the mark, though, from Farron. Matt Stanley skies up for the rebound. Inside out dribble, drives into the lane. Pump fake, gets a man in the air, knocked away from him. He got a big part of the arm, did Ryan Schaefer. That's going to be a foul on the floor. First on Schaefer, second on the Red Raiders. 22-12, Union with the lead, 6:30 remaining in the first half. 3 Stanleys along with Booker and Lombardo right now on the court for Union. Lombardo blew a tire as he went to cut behind the hoop. Matt will get a high screen from Mark. Now hands it off to Lucas. Backs it back up, dribbles around the perimeter, steps inside the arc, hands it off on a little weave action to Lombardo. He'll set a screen now for Stanley. Matt with possession, gets a screen from Booker, gets to the foul line. Elbow jumper on the way, short, no good. Gets his own rebound, came right back to him. His pass down low, wasn't ready for it. Went through the hands of younger brother Lucas and out of bounds. Third Union turnover of the game, 22-12, Union with the lead. Here early in the second quarter, we'll have our Castle Asphalt halftime show coming up during the intermission. Pump fake and drive in for Josh Smith. Hands it off to Allison, the leading scorer yet to score here today. He has to kick it back up, try to get to Matt Stanley. Or Matt's almost got the steal, I should say. And then driving in was Ryan Schaefer, went right at Mark Stanley, and Mark's going to pick up that foul. Lombardo will take a seat. Braylon Thomas back out there. It's Thomas Booker and the three Stanleys out for Union. Cameron County, I do not believe, has made a substitution yet from what I'm seeing. Still the starting five out on the court. Allison able to get the pass on the inbounds. He kicks it back up, trying to get it to Josh Smith. Well closed out this time. Now driving in is Schaefer. He jump stops, kicks it back out. Drive, draw, kick. Drive, draw, kick. But right now, Union playing tight defense, unable to get a shot off are the Red Raiders. Smith gets a screen from Lewis. Guarded there by Thomas, goes into the lane. Wild shot with some English, no good. Can't get it to fall in, and it's going to be knocked away by Booker on the rebound. Bounce pass in transition, another find to get it to Booker, but he's blocked on the way up by Camden Allison. Big block, good find to even get it to Booker. Possession will stay with Union as the block went out of bounds. Scotties still holding a 10-point advantage. Coach Stanley's going to call a 30-second Pontius Insurance timeout. Schaefer, we don't have a listing on Schaefer. I'd approximate him at 5'10", Booker at 5'9", with the hair. Again, I want to give an interesting shout out here because both teams are wearing their road uniforms. Officials not giving any never mind for it. Here's the crazy one where Bob Greenberg is right now. Same issue. Both Burgettstown and Kennedy Catholic wore their road uniforms in that game. The issue is one's blue, one's black. That's a little tougher to distinguish than these blue and reds. So right now, Burgettstown is wearing Newcastle white uniforms because they're playing at the Nika High Fieldhouse. That is absolutely incredible. And it sounds like it's because Kennedy we'll get back to the reasoning for that. It's a three-pointer on the way for Matt Stanley, no good. So after the first one was made from Matt, three's just not falling here tonight for Union. And how about this? Return to sender. Allison blocked Booker. Booker does the same at the other end. 5:04 remaining in the first half. Union with a 22-12 lead. Cameron County still with possession. The fourth-place team out of District 9 who had the upset win over the District 6 champion Portage in their opening round game. Schaefer starts the weave, hands it off to Allison. Allison between the circles. Right now is trying to go four corners really and spread out Union, try to dribble, draw. Dribble, drive, and draw. But right now Union with the help defense has been pretty solid. Good hesitation from Allison, found some real estate and going in there, and they're going to whistle on a blocking foul, and Braylon Thomas is trying to figure out how that foul was called. He got all ball. Thomas picks up his first. And now they're going to confirm whether this should have been 1-1 or whether it should be a two-shot foul. They are saying on the floor a 1-1 being called. So these are Health in Motion bonus free throws. Give a shout out to our friends at Health in Motion, Mike Mirko of Shenango. He's looking to get local athletes back on the field as quickly as possible. He uses quality one-on-one time that patients deserve, hoping to limit exposure to pain medication. Physical therapy is a powerful alternative. So Cam Allison able to knock down the free throw. He gets his first points of the game, and he gets the bonus. Makes the score 22-13. Union with the lead. Allison, a 60% free throw shooter on the year. Misfires on the second, so he's 1 of 4 from the line. In transition the other way. Now the bounce pass into the lane to Booker. It's unable to get to it in time, though. He tried to just pass it back up. It was deflected out of bounds. Possession stays with Union. We're down to 4:30 remaining in the first half. Inbounds in the front court for Stanley. Union up by 9. He'll set up the offense here at Brookville High School. There go 4 corners right now. Union just trying to entice Cameron County to come out of it. Left all alone at the foul line was Booker, so he took a foul line jumper. It went back iron, no good. Not sure if that was a shot that Coach Stanley wanted, but tough to pass up a foul line jumper. Cameron County, Allison got away with a walk. So he had a triple clutch as jumping the passing lane was Booker. Pass down low, deflected by Lucas Stanley, and he's going to get the steal out of it. Coming the other way now, Matt Stanley with possession. Gets inside the lane, kicks it back up to Lucas. Lucas, top of the key, well defensed by Allison. Back up to Matt to run the offense. Timeout coming at our next whistle. 22-13, Union with the lead. Fisher over to Lombardo. Running their motion. Lucas has some room. He gets into the lane. Tough shot, and he's going to get fouled on the way up by Camden Allison. It'll be his first, team's third, and Lucas Stanley will have free throws when we return from our under 4 media timeout. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Union Area Boosters. They're listening as you are listening to Union leading 22-13 midway through the second quarter at lcsportsnet.com and at Trib Live High School Sports Network.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team and how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for homeowners and businesses in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting and related projects for the winter season. Call Joe today, 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project. Union leading 22-13 as we come out of our media timeout. 3:29 remaining in the first half. Other games that we have going on here today at lcsportsnet.com. Right now, Laurel girls in Class 3A action. They're on top of River Valley midway through the second. 21-14, a good battle there. And Shenango will be taking on Lakeview in the nightcap. That one scheduled to start here in just a few minutes. Both free throws good out of the break from Lucas Stanley. He's now got 5, all here in this second quarter. 11-point lead, trying to break the press, and pass is going to be off the mark, trying to get it to Josh Smith. And right now this press, I think, of Union, more than anything, is making Cameron County go a little bit more quickly than they would like to. New players into the contest. First time we've seen both Connor Eckert and Jaden Wynn. They're joined out there right now by Lombardo, Lucas Stanley, and Matthew Stanley. Top of the key. Eckert's going to take a 3. Off the mark, no good. Right off the bench, he was ready to drain one. That would have been his first of the season, but man, he stepped into that one with confidence. First time Connor Eckert's played organized basketball since middle school. He's had a great senior year. Glad to be part of the team. We're going to have a whistle and a travel with the basketball as there are players diving all over the court. And Coach Marcus Brown going crazy, asking why he didn't get a timeout. Well, no one had possession. So that's why he didn't get a timeout. And then the player on the court for Cameron County did grab the ball and rolled over. No timeout was given while he had possession. Union with an 11-point lead. Jaden Wynn now will try one from beyond the arc. Back iron, no good. Going for the rebounds, going to be saved out of bounds by Cameron County. And it tried to throw it off of a Union player, but could not do so from Josh Smith. Union downtown shooting has not been there here in the first half. Screen and roll. Stanley kicks it back up to Lucas Stanley. His three-pointer well off the mark. Shots not falling. One of the other interesting parts about this gymnasium where Union is shooting right now is an open end. There are bleachers behind the basket here to our left. To the right, it's just a wall like you see at any gymnasium, about the same depth that you see at the Covelli Fieldhouse. So you wonder if that line of sight and the eyesight changes a little bit for both teams, especially when you have to shift how you look at it from both the first and the second half. Drive in from Camden Allison, no good. Great defense from Matt Stanley coming over and help. Great position going straight up and down. He drives, draws, kicks it to Lucas. Open for three. That's his shot. 8 for Lucas all here in the second quarter. 27-13 the score. We're down to 1:45 remaining in the first half. Left alone, Ryan Schaefer takes a long three. He can't get it to go. First three-pointer missed. Only a third taken, though, from Cameron County. Jaden Wynn in transition. His three ball rattles in and out. Offensive rebound, put back, no good, but fouled is Connor Eckert. He's going to go to the line looking for his first points of the playoffs. 27-13, your score. That foul, by the way, on Josh Smith, his first, team's fourth. Eckert, back iron, no good on the free throw. He's actually going to take more free throws here in this game than he took in the entire regular season. Connor Eckert, 6'3" senior. Second one on the way is good. He'll check out. Caden Fisher will check back in. Eight different players in the scorebook for Union. Cameron County still has not made a substitution. 28-13 the score, trying to go baseline drive. As soon as I say that, Joshua Beer did check in. He's wearing the face guard, and he tries to drive baseline and lost the footing, lost the pivot foot for another Cameron County turnover. Laurel leading at the half in their game, 31-22. Jaden Wynn, another three, back iron for a third time. These three-point stats are not going to be fun to look at here at the halftime break, but right now Cameron County is allowing them to shoot. They're just not going in. As a team, Union shooting 33%, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. Going away from the screen, nice Euro step from Ryan Schaefer to get his first bucket. Cuts the lead down to 13, 28-15. Caden Fisher said, I'll try a three. Doesn't go. And missed everything, actually. And I think that one will draw the ire from Coach Stanley. He kind of looks at him as he goes out like, what are you doing? So Stanley out. Or excuse me, that's Fisher out. Porter and Thomas back in. 35 seconds remaining. Union with a 13-point advantage. On the wing, Schaefer, well guarded there, kicks it back out to Joshua Beer. Beer, crossover dribble, looks for help, finally finds it on the left wing, that's Lewis. Lewis being guarded by Thomas, we're down to 20 seconds remaining. Now Smith with it, he hesitates, he drives and dribbles it off his own leg and then steps on the end line as he tried to save it. Turnovers 10-3 here in the game. Cam Taylor's gonna check in with his 2 fouls, a little offense, defense to end the first half. 16 seconds remaining. Union leading 28-15. Taylor will hand it off to Stanley. 12 seconds left as he crosses the timeline in the first half. 8 seconds. 6 seconds. Still waiting to engage. Now engaged at 5. Crossover dribble. Gets to the elbow. Step back. Fade away on the way. Partially blocked. No good. And that's how your first half will come to an end. Union will have a 28-15 advantage as the teams head to their respective locker rooms. Back in a moment here at lcsportsnet.com and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Union Area Boosters.
Trib Live has a little something for everyone. Sports from high school to the pros. News from across the street and around the world. Arts and entertainment, lifestyles, opinion, weather, photo galleries, video. You can even find your next job, house, and car. So look alive, Pittsburgh, and get the news you want and information you need all in one place. TribLive.com. TribLive.com. News and more 24/7.
In need of a lawyer? Contact Medore Bonner Law, a boutique firm offering tailored legal services in over 120 years legal experience. County residents with strong family ties to the community, Jason Medore and Michael Bonner, established Medore Bonner Law to provide clients with legal expertise and personal attention. Guided by their professional staff, you can feel confident your rights will be protected. Call attorneys Jason Medore or Michael Bonner, or visit MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Are you looking to make a difference? Well, here is your opportunity. Lawrence County Child and Youth Services is looking for compassionate foster parents now. If you are over the age of 21, in good health, and wanting to help a child in need, we're in need of you. Receive free training and compensation by becoming a foster parent. Call 724-658-2558 and let Bill, Brooklyn, and Heather get you started. Make a difference and become a foster parent today.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
We're being entertained here at halftime. A young fan out on the court who's dribbling around, giving us a little halftime entertainment. We've been plenty entertained here in the first half. Union holding a 28-15 lead over Cameron County, holding the Red Raiders to just 3 points, though, in that second quarter. The defense really stepping up in the first half for Union here on our Castle Asphalt halftime show. If you're looking for quality, cost-efficient paving or construction services, Castle Asphalt and Construction will make your visions for your project a reality. Get a free estimate at castleasphalt.com. Right now, I think Union might be looking to get a free estimate in terms of rebuilding a gymnasium. With the bricks that have gone up here tonight from Beyond the Arc, unofficially I have them at 3 of 15 from Beyond the Arc, and honestly it feels a lot worse than that. 3 of 15 from downtown for Union. 2 threes made by Lucas Stanley, 1 from Matt Stanley. Everyone else has been off the mark from downtown. Again, an interesting setup that they have where you have a more open side to our left where Union shot in the first half, where you probably have a good, I'd estimate another 20 feet to get back to the back wall, and there are bleachers back there behind that backboard. Whereas the other side, it's a standard high school gymnasium with the wall right behind that backboard. So very interesting and unique setup that they have here at Brookville High School. But Union using it to their advantage so far, leading 28-15 at the halftime break. Matt Stanley leads Union with 9 points, Lucas with 8 off the bench, and then 2 each for Elijah Booker, Cam Taylor, Braylon Thomas, and Brennan Porter. Did I say Caden Fisher? Caden Fisher as well if I didn't. And Connor Eckert with 1 of 2 from the free throw line. For Cameron County, Josh Smith led the way with 10 points, all coming in that first quarter. He was held off the board in the second. 2 each for Ryan Schaefer and Landon Farron, and 1 free throw made from Camden Allison. 28-15, Union leading Cameron County at the halftime break. Winner plays Carlinton, a come-from-behind victory. They finished the game on a 17-4 run to defeat Elk County Catholic 49-44. So winner of this one will take on the Carlinton Cougars, and if it's Union who holds on to this lead and is victorious, they would be playing the Carlinton Cougars for the 4th time on the season. Absolutely incredible that you could have that. It feels kind of shades of the old Newcastle versus Hampton that you had back in the day. Getting some nifty footwork and dribbling from the kid. Going between the legs even. This kid, I'd say, can't be more than 2 or 3 years old at the absolute most. Showing what he can do, dribbling the basketball. Union showing what they can do with a 28-15 lead. We'll step aside one more time, come back with the second half. Here from Brookville High School, Union, Cameron County. Your broadcast today brought to you by the Union Area Boosters here on the Lawrence County SportsNet and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Union leading 28-15.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
Trib Live has a little something for everyone. Sports from high school to the pros. News from across the street and around the world. Arts and entertainment, lifestyles, opinion, weather, photo galleries, video. You can even find your next job, house, and car. So look alive, Pittsburgh, and get the news you want and information you need all in one place. TribLive.com. TribLive.com. News and more 24/7.
Hey Scotty fans, it's Mrs. Ryan
and Miss Felina here on behalf of the Union Area Education Association.
And we want to wish all of our Scotties good luck this season. Go Scotties!
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAP Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Coming up after the game, we will announce our Melee Chiropractic play of the game. A good play usually involves great teamwork. Well, that's what you get with Dr. Melee, Dr. Ardro, and Dr. Bowser. They all learn from each other new tips and tricks to help keep you feeling your best. Visit Drs. Melee, Ardro, and Bowser, voted best of the best chiropractor in Lawrence County. And that about wraps up our Castle Asphalt halftime show. Castle Asphalt and Construction. Well, they've been in the paving construction business for 15 years using top-of-the-line equipment and resources, guaranteeing your job is done correctly and efficiently. Innovative methods combined with years of experience. Got years of experience coaching on the Union sideline, relative inexperience, third-year head coach, but in his early 20s is head coach Marcus Brown. He sees his team down by 3 as we start the second half. Union with possession now going from left to right in their road blues. Cameron County wearing the reds. No home team uniforms for either squad, but luckily somehow Cameron County avoided the technical foul as the designated home team as the top of the bracket. Lucas Stanley tries to dribble drive. He loses, able to save it back in time before going over the end line. Kicks over to Matt into the corner for Cam Taylor, and he knocks down a three. Big start for the Scotties. Taylor, his 36th three of the year, and a big start in the fact that they were 3 of 15 from downtown in the first half. 3 of 16, actually, because I missed a Caden Fisher three ball. Yes, Caden Fisher even attempted a three. Trying on the give and go. Allison's pass off the mark. That's the 11th Cameron County turnover of the game. 31-19 early second half. Union with the lead. 2 Stanleys along with Taylor, Fisher, and Lombardo. Lombardo has been held quiet tonight. Hasn't even attempted a shot, actually. Kick back out. Taylor, top of the key for 3. Back iron, no good. Fisher skies up for the rebound, but ended up landing on top of the back of Farron. He'll pick up his second. Team's first of the half. Taylor and Fisher, the only players with multiple fouls for either team. 31-19 the lead. To the left wing. Schaefer, spin move, tries to drive in. Well defense there by Stanley. Kills the dribble, gets it back out to Brevin Lewis, wearing the seafoam green on his shoes. Call out the play, gets his little screen, hands it off to Smith. He goes screen and roll over to Farron. Landon Farron kicks it back up. Right wing three on the way, nothing but net for Ryan Schaefer. He's the leading three-point shooter on the year. That's his first of the night. Matt in transition the other way, hangs on his little floater, can't get it to go. Rebound coming out for Cameron County as Union goes one and done, but Taylor's going to get a steal, leaps up for it at midcourt and gets the steal, gets up to Matt. He goes in the lane for the lay-in, first player in double figures for the Scotties. Credit Taylor with another impressive defensive play. Lead back up to 15, largest of the night for Union. Cameron County gets the call from the bench. Going away from the screen is Josh Smith. Drives in, whips it back around for Farron. He tries to back his way in against Fisher. Kicks it back out to Smith. Open, right wing three. No one guarding him. He knocks down his third of the night. He's 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. Can't leave the junior alone. Stanley going the other way. Backs his way in. Kicks it off to Lombardo. He gets it knocked out of bounds and will stay with Union with 5:21 on the third quarter clock. Union leading 33-21. Taylor inbound under his offensive hoop. Finds Fisher on a cut to the hoop. He's double teamed, kicks it back up to Stanley. That's Lucas Stanley. His three-pointer no good. Fisher skies up, gets another offensive rebound. His third of the game, kicks it back up to Matt. Top of the key, 3 on the way. It rattles around, hangs on the rim, but doesn't go. Coming up the near sideline, going into the hoop, blocked from behind. Camden Allison thought he had a lane, but Matt blocked it. Matt now coming the other way, 1-on-3. He's tripped up by Landon Farron. That'll be his first foul, team's first in the second half as well. 5 minutes remaining in the third. Laurel lead down to 3 right now in the early second half. Shenango, we're still waiting on start time. Think they may be running behind there from Westminster College. Top of the key, Lombardo finally gets a shot off. Back iron, no good on his top of the key 3. That was his first shot attempt of the game. Ryan Schaefer sneezing as he comes on the court. It is flu season, folks, and sometimes the teams that can control that the best end up being the teams that do the best down the stretch. Brevin Lewis with a nice little nifty move on the block. Makes it a 10-point game. First points for Brevin Lewis. Senior only averages 3 per game. 33-23, Union with the advantage. Running the motion. Taylor, right wing for 3. Short. No good. One and done goes Union. Cameron County can cut it down to single digits on this possession. They get the handoff over to Lewis. Lewis drives in, poked away a couple of times, and it's going to be last touch by Union. I think they're going to get this one overturned. It was punched out like it was from a Union player, but it was definitely a red jersey who made that punch out. I think they're going to get that one corrected, but we are going to have a media timeout first. 33-23 your score with 3:54 remaining in the third quarter. Back in a moment here at lcsportsnet.com. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Union Area Boosters.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
Whether you're hosting a big 33-23 your score midway through the third quarter. They did overturn the call to make it Union basketball as it was last touched by Cameron County. Out of the timeout, left wide open, top of the key. Matt Stanley drains another one. Big shot out of the timeout. Union now 36-23 with the advantage. Landon Farron kicks it over to the left wing for Camden Allison. Allison swings it over, hands it to Josh Smith. He works the weave. A little give and go to Landon Farron down low for his first field goal of the game. He's got 4 points now. Put it up over the top of Braylon Thomas, who was in help defense. 36-25 your score, Union with the advantage. Midway through the third. Thomas gets the ball on the right wing, running the motion offense for the Scotties. We're going to skip pass over to Lucas Stanley in the corners. Right now, Cameron County really up in the passing lane, both against Matt and Lucas. Union going a little triangle offense now. Triangle stall, as Coach Briggsy will call it. Animated Coach Marcus Brown, love it, on the sideline, calling everything out for his Cameron County defense. 2:30 remaining. Union wasting time on this possession, leads to a top of the key three, but Matt can't get it to go. Josh Smith listed at 6'3". He plays a lot taller than that. Gets the rebound. A lot of one and dones for Union. Fisher with a couple of offensive rebounds, but not much so far for Union. Taylor nearly gets another steal, almost gets another one. Can't quite snag it though. Now a drive and dish from Lewis. His pass back door is going to be read and picked off by Matt Stanley. He breaks through a couple of blocks. Going the other way. No look pass on the layup. Can't get it to go. And Lucas Stanley just got sandwiched into the back wall. Still no whistle, but Union somehow comes up with the rebound. Braylon Thomas gets it back up. Skip pass into the corner. Lucas Stanley open for three. That's his spot. Couldn't get the two. Couldn't get a three-point play. He got a new fashion three-point play in the corner. And we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Brown of Cameron County. We'll step aside real quick as well here at lcsportsnet.com and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Trib Live has a little something for everyone. Sports from high school to the pros. News from across the street and around the world. Arts and entertainment. Lifestyles. Opinion. Weather. Photo galleries. Video. You can even find your next job, house, and car. So look alive, Pittsburgh, and get the news you want and information you need all in one place. TribLive.com. TribLive.com. News and more 24/7.
In need of a lawyer? Contact Medore Bonner Law, a boutique firm offering tailored legal services in over 120 years legal experience. County residents with strong family ties to the community, Jason Medore and Michael Bonner, established Medore Bonner Law to provide clients with legal expertise and personal attention. Guided by their professional staff, you can feel confident your rights will be protected. Call attorneys Jason Medore or Michael Bonner, or visit MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Out of the full timeout, the second one taken by Cameron County. They'll inbound into the front court, Union leading 39-25. We're down to a minute 30 remaining in the third quarter. Landon Farron hands it off over to Brevin Lewis, working around the perimeter now to Schaefer on the left wing. Schaefer, guarded by Stanley right in front of us. Fakes the shot, fakes a pass, drives into the lane. Nifty shot, hangs in the air, sent Stanley to the ground and got it off the window and in. Ryan Schaefer with 7. He's played a nice game. Josh Smith leading Cameron County with 13. Matt Stanley with possession right now. He's got 14. We're under a minute to play in the third quarter. Union leading by 12. Working the delay, 45 seconds remaining. To Booker, 40 seconds, just as they try to run some clock. Thomas, skip pass over to Porter on the short corner, was left all alone. He'll pass it back up. Looked like he was going to drive in for a moment. Content to run as much clock as they can right now. Now Coach Marcus Brown saying we got to go up and defend. So the Union's going to go 4 corners. Thomas able to split through a couple of defenders. Breaks around 1, 2, 3, and then he's going to get pushed from behind and fouled. It's going to go against, let's see, if I was going to be against Schaefer, I thought I saw Allison. Nope, actually it's going to be Lewis. So 0 for 3, I am. Only the second foul against Cameron County, though, here in the second half. Sub coming in at the end, Maddox Bachman for the first time. 16 seconds remaining as Union looks to inbound to get it into Stanley in the backcourt. Being closely guarded by Schaefer, gets across the timeline, behind the back dribble, pulls it back up. Now 10 seconds dribbling on the logo. 1, 2, 3 defenders in his face. He's still just going to go and try to drive in. He drives around every one of them. Is going to get a hand check call against Josh Smith. Literally 3 on him and still was able to get to the hoop. Thomas will inbound. Inbound pass going to be poked away. Nicely done by Allison. Goes coast to coast. Does he get the shot off in time? He does. Off the window right at the last second. Bang, bang. I think a good call that it is good. Cameron Allison's first field goal of the game. Cuts the lead down to 10 at the end of 3. Don't go anywhere. Back with the fourth quarter. Union leading 39-29 at lcsportsnet.com.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team and how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for homeowners and businesses in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting and related projects for the winter season. Call Joe today, 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
8 minutes on the clock, fourth quarter underway. After the steal and score to end the quarter, Cameron County will have possession as well, trailing 39-29 as we begin this fourth quarter. And they take a right wing 3 and knock it down. Yet another one. Josh Smith, 4 for 4 from beyond the arc. Not sure if he was on the scouting report or what. Team's number 2 3-point shooter on the season. He's made a bunch tonight. Brennan Porter says, I can make them too. That's only his 3rd of the season for Brennan Porter. But a good time for it. Big answer. Lead back up to 10. Cameron County with possession. And we have a whistle and a timeout called from the bench by Cameron County as it was nearly a 5-second count here on the near side. Could be a 30-second Pontius Insurance timeout. Again, give us a chance to shout out our friends at Pontius Insurance. Mind you, coming up after the game, we'll have our LCAP Player of the Game Award, Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. So many great ways they improve the quality of life in and around Lawrence County. Think of social services and then some. Just about everything. Head Start and pre-K programs, the AXE transportation programs, lead hazard control grants, Lawrence County social services, supplemental nutrition assistant programs, Learning Tree Child Care Centers. It's so many great ways LCAP is improving the quality of life. We're proud that LC Sportsnet, just one small part of what LCAP is all about. Only 2 timeouts remaining right now for Cameron County, so keep that in mind as we go down the stretch. Back to the action. Union with a 10-point advantage. Red Raiders giving a good battle to the Scotties. Trying to back his way in. Tough left-handed shot on a baseline drive. No good, but gets his own rebound as Landon Farron. Kicking it back up with it is Schaefer. He's double-teamed, swings it back up. Josh Smith. Back up to Lewis, and now Schaefer will back it up and get the call from Coach Brown. Says do it again. Braylon Thomas is just getting literally tripped up. The player, Cameron Allison, who set the screen, he went down to the ground and then just kept stepping over the top of Taylor so he couldn't get up. Shot was off the mark amongst all that chaos, and Union back in possession. Thomas on the left wing. He's going to take a 3. He can't get it to go. Flying in, trying to grab the rebounds, both Lombardo and Porter, but couldn't snag it because Landon Farron, 6'2", skied up there to snag it. 6 minutes remaining. Union by 10. With possession, Josh Smith. He steps back, guarded there by Lucas Stanley. Skip pass, gets it over to Allison. He pumps, drives in, no good, but fouled on the way up as he got Braylon Thomas up in the air, and Allison will get 2 more free throws. First free throw off the mark. Allison, a rough day from the line, now 1 of 5. Taylor will check in for Thomas. .42-32 your score, just under 6 minutes remaining. Union with the lead, it's now cut to 9. As the second free throw is good for Allison. Taylor on the left wing. He swings it top of the key to Porter. Thought about another 3. Decided against this one. Lucas Stanley back over left wing to Taylor. 30 seconds already gone on this possession. Content to waste as much time as they can. Remember, though, this Cameron County team can score in bunches when they need to. They were down 7 with less than a minute to go in their first round District 9 playoff game and came back and beat Johnsonburg in that game. Lombardo gets the pass inside the arc, kicks it back out to Porter, back up to Stanley. Down to 5:10 remaining. Stanley gives it over to Lucas Stanley. To the left wing, Porter again thought about a 3. Gives it back up, Lombardo. Able to get the pass, back up to Cam Taylor. A full minute gone on this possession. We're now under 5 to go. Matt with possession. He drives in, gets to the foul line. Double team there, kicks it back up. Top of the key, Lombardo for 3. Short, no good. Rebound towards the quarters, tracked down by Porter. Another extra possession for the Scotties. A minute and 15 off the clock before they even take a shot, and then they still get the offensive rebound. Taylor pumps on the 3, steps inside the arc, 15-foot jumper, in and out, no good. So a minute 30 off the clock on that possession, but no points for Union. They still lead by 9. We're down to 4:20 remaining. Drive in, handoff, Brevin Lewis around the perimeter, gets to the foul, and it's going to be knocked away by Taylor, and that was a foul for an all ball. Official saw it otherwise. That's all that matters. Said he got him on the arm. 3rd foul against Cam Taylor. Cameron County will inbound after Cameron Taylor picked up his 3rd foul. Taylor nearly got the steal in the inbounds pass. Goes the other way, little shot in the lane, no good. Again, a lot of contact and nothing given. Fisher gets the rebound, basically accidentally put the ball into the face of the player who's down on the ground. That was Lewis. Pass up ahead looking for Booker's going to be stolen away by Allison. Lazy pass in transition is going to lead to a steal and a Union foul with 4 minutes remaining. And we're going to have our media timeout at the exact 4-minute mark. 42-33, Union leads at lcsportsnet.com and Trib Live, High School Sports Network. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Union Area Boosters.
Trib Live has a little something for everyone. Sports from high school to the pros. News from across the street and around the world. Arts and entertainment. Lifestyles. Opinion. Weather. Photo galleries. Video. You can even find your next job, house, and car. So look alive, Pittsburgh, and get the news you want and information you need all in one place. TribLive.com. TribLive.com. News and more 24/7.
In need of a lawyer?
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Exactly 4 minutes remaining as we get ready here to go. We're now back to the action. Cameron County with possession. They trail 42-33. Union led 28-15 at the half and has fought off a couple of Cameron County runs here in the second half to get back into this one. Union's largest lead at 15 is now down to 9. Red Raiders trying to cut that down even more. On the right wing is Schaefer, goes into the corner for Allison. Allison goes on a baseline drive against Booker. His shot high off the glass, no good. Lombardo skies up for the rebound. Here comes Matt Stanley the other way in transition. Gets into the lane, loses it on the way up. Going to have a whistle and a foul on the way up against Cameron County. He's going to send Matt Stanley to the line for the first time tonight. 3:31 remaining here in the fourth quarter, and this is the first time that Union's point guard will go to the free throw line. Matt misfires on the first attempt. 77% free throw shooter on the season. Lead remains 42-33. Neither team has scored. Union in about 4 minutes, actually. And this one somehow finds its way down. Rattle around forever. Matt with 15. 3:25 remaining. Cameron County down by 10. Into the corners, Joshua Beer is going to be poked away from him by Taylor. It will stay with the Red Raiders, inbounding right in front of us down near the corner. Schaefer will be the one to inbound. Tough angle. Gets Lewis coming right to him. Hands it right back off to Schaefer. He goes baseline drive. His floater off the mark, no good. Ball volleyballed around, and then we got a held ball down on the court. And an elbow just thrown by Ryan Schaefer that nobody seemed to catch. Got Taylor right in the jaw. And two guys just fighting for the ball. Don't think anything egregious on that one, but hefty hit. Arrow is in favor of Union. Full court pressure being put on by Cameron County. Able to get it to Matt Stanley. He goes right around a pair of defenders. Goes into the lane. Hangs. No good. Rebound corral by Cameron County. May have been partially blocked on the way up from behind. Camden Allison the other way. Pumps. Gets two defenders in the air and lays it up and in. Lead down to 8. Lucas Stanley gets to the corner to Lombardo. Lucas may have gotten away with the travel. Haven't called it all game. Why see it now? All three Stanleys on the court with Lombardo and Taylor. Matt tries to drive in, gets some space, gets it high off the glass, up and in. 17 for Matt Stanley. Lead back up to 10 with 2:30 remaining. And the steal on the inbounds pass, stolen by Cam Taylor, kicked out of bounds afterwards by Cameron County. Couple of backcourt steals from Cam Taylor have been pretty big here in this one. Taylor will get the return pass off the inbounds with 2:25 remaining and still 3 fouls to give. When does Cameron County decide to start giving them? They've really played their starting 5 almost the entire game. Lombardo gives it back up to Matt Stanley, 2:10 remaining. Stanley able to get through a couple. 1, 2, 3 defenders and one! Low man wins. That's the all-time leading scorer in Union basketball history, boys or girls. And he's now got an and one to try to make it 20 points on the night. Never mind. They said the foul was on the floor. Inbounds pass right to the block, stolen away as they try to get it to Lucas Stanley. Bodies flying all over the place. It looked like a football scrum. Last touched by Union. Bodies going everywhere, and actually, I'm sorry, they said it was last touch by Cameron County. That's why Coach Marcus Brown is losing his mind on the sideline. So 45-35 the score remains. There's going to be the first foul given with just under 2 minutes against Ryan Schaefer. That'll be the 6th team foul now. Full timeout called by Coach Mark Stanley. With 1:57 remaining, we need to take a quick one here as well. Catch our breaths for a moment. Union leads by 10 with under 2 to go here at lcsportsnet.com.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
Over 100 broadcasts each year. We might hit 100 broadcasts before the end of the winter sports season at the rate that we are going. We've got some great teams, some great trips through the postseason. We can't thank our sponsors enough, including a lot of associate sponsors over the course of the playoff season that have come up big for us to help us with some of these playoff rights fees to be able to cover the teams. We have all 6 county teams still remaining on the air over the next 2 days. Out of the timeout, they're going to get a foul against Ryan Schaefer to put Union into the bonus, so they'll go to the Health in Motion bonus free throw line. No referral needed to visit Health in Motion Physical Therapy. Come in for your 15-minute consultation. Save those unnecessary trips to the doctor's office. Don't wait months to start feeling better. Give them a call at 724-856-3683. Health in Motion Physical Therapy. They'll get you in the office within 48 hours. Subs galore coming in for both teams after Matt Stanley makes the front end of the 1-and-1. Stanley now with 18. Second one on the way. Also nothing but net. 19 for Stanley in transition. Up to Joshua Beer, who just came in and in transition gets the basket. Lead back to 10. Minute 40 remaining, and then they're going to get the foul against Elijah Booker. To send Booker to the line, I should say. Foul against Schaefer with now his 4th. It'll be another 1-and-1 scenario. Lombardo's going to check out. And he got an earful from Coach Stanley on the way out. Not sure what that was about. I think he wanted to go towards the basketball. Booker's free throw on the way is off the mark, so he missed the front end. Still a 10-point lead for Union. Down to a minute 30 remaining. Ball on the floor. We're going to have a whistle and a timeout called. And that may have negated a potential layup for Camden Allison as bodies were flying. And not much Coach Brown could do but to call a timeout. He's only got 1 remaining now. His Red Raiders down by 10. Coach Stanley, we mentioned earlier, in his second stint at his alma mater. How about this? 230 wins at Union. 261 total if you include his wins there at Newcastle for those 3 years. And you got 5 Stanleys all there on the bench right now. Assistant coach Anthony Stanley, the eldest of the 4 Stanley boys. The 2 twins, seniors Matthew and Mark. And Lucas, the sophomore who has become the hot shooter here in this postseason run. And again, don't count Cameron County out here, folks. They came from behind They were down 7 with under a minute to play in their opening round of the state playoffs. Were able to come back and get the victory over Johnsonburg in that game. Cameron County a 4-11 record actually in the state tournament overall. They did have a victory that was negated in the 2020 season. They're looking to make it to the quarterfinals for the first time since 1972. They also made it in 71 and 70, but that was the first round of the tournament, the quarterfinals, back in 70 and 71. Back to the action, 1:25 remaining. Trying to back his way in was Josh Smith, or check that was Theron, gets it over to Schaefer. He drives in, he pumps, can't get anybody to bite on it, and he's blocked away. Here comes Union the other direction. Stanley's just going to pull it back out and force them to defend, and there's going to be a whistle on the blocking foul called against Camden Allison at midcourt. He can't believe it. He still hasn't stopped moving, so 1:11 remaining will be another trip to the line for Matt Stanley. 19 fouls, so another health and motion bonus free throw coming your way. Offense, defense, as you see Maddox Bachman checking in. Brevin Lewis back in as well. Scotties up by 10 with 1:11 remaining. Front end is good. Stanley now with 20. 2 more subs coming back in. They're going to bring 2 back in who just checked out. College and NBA, I'm not sure you can do that without time running off the clock. I believe that's still fine in high school. Both free throws are good for Stanley. He's got 21. He might have another shirt coming his way. Whistle and a reach-in foul against Union. They're 5th. So still far away from the bonus. That was Lucas Stanley picking up that one. 49-37, just over a minute to play. River Valley has extended a lead against Laurel now. Heads up on that one. 3-pointer off the mark for Cameron County. Here comes Union the other way. Matt Stanley dribbling around, dribbling a phone booth, being chased down by Joshua Beer, who will commit the foul and send Stanley to the line, this time for the double bonus free throws. Coming up after the game, again, we'll have our LCAP Player of the Game award. So many great ways with LCAP improving the quality of life in and around Lawrence County. The Learning Tree Child Care Center, where you can get quality child care services available throughout the county for children between the ages of 6 weeks old all the way up to 5 years old. Get all this and more information at lccap.org. Stanley with 22 as he hits the first free throw. Second one is on the way. This one, though, short, no good. 50-37, held ball on the rebound. Possession will go over to the Red Raiders. (50-37), time winding down. Whistle and a travel on the near sideline against Allison. He's had a rough night. The leading scorer for the Red Raiders averages 12. He's got 6 tonight. Switch on over when this one ends to the Laurel River Valley final, because it is tied with less than 20 seconds to go, tied at 53. There's a whistle at midcourt that'll send send Matt Stanley to the line once again as he tried to pass it to Lucas. Numbers are not going to look great from beyond the arc when you talk to the Scotties after this one. I'm not sure Coach Stanley's going to have much of a voice to talk to us after this game. And free throw shooting now starting to be an issue as well. Matt now 5 of 8. Isn't bad, but for Matt Stanley, that's not good at all. And I think we're going to see the final curtain call for the Cameron County seniors. Camden Allison, Brevin Lewis are going to go to the sideline for the final time. Jake Darby just checked in for the first time, a sophomore for the Red Raiders. A fantastic season and a couple of upsets along the way to make it here into the state playoffs. One in the districts and then this one over Portage in the first round, but Union able to survive the storm of the Red Raiders, and it was certainly a storm that they put on here tonight. Ball knocked out of bounds on a putback attempt from Landon Farron. It will stay with Cameron County. 33 seconds remaining. Union's going to get one more substitute in. They're going to get Elijah Booker back in for his defense over the last 33 seconds of this game. Leading 51-37. Looks like Union will go to take on Carleton for a fourth time coming up in the state quarterfinals this time. Losing it, getting it back was Farron. His shot off the mark. Porter's going to get the rebound. Stanley will give it up to Thomas, and they're going to call off the Dogs. Union, for the second straight year, is going to make it to the quarterfinals. They'll be looking to make only their second ever trip to the semis coming up on Friday against Carleton. But your final score here, Union 51, Cameron County 37. We'll be back with our Tri-County Principals postgame show when we return. Your broadcast today brought to you by the Union Area Boosters. You've been listening to it at lcsportsnet.com and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
Trib Live has a little something for everyone. Sports from high school to the pros. News from across the street and around the world. Arts and entertainment. Lifestyles. Opinion. Weather. Photo galleries. Video. You can even find your next job, house, and car. So look alive, Pittsburgh, and get the news you want and information you need all in one place. TribLive.com. TribLive.com. News and more 24/7.
Hey Scotty fans, it's Mrs. Ryan
and Miss Felina here on behalf of the Union Area Education Association.
And we want to wish all of our Scotties good luck this season. Go Scotties!
In need of a lawyer? Contact Medore Bonner Law, a boutique firm offering tailored legal services and over 120 years legal experience. County residents with strong family ties to the community, Jason Medore and Michael Bonner, established Medore Bonner Law to provide clients with legal expertise and personal attention. Guided by their professional staff, you can feel confident your rights will be protected. Call attorneys Jason Medore or Michael Bonner, or visit MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
When injuries get you sidelined, don't trust just anyone to get you back on the field. Visit Health in Motion Physical Therapy in Shenango Township. They want to get you back to the top of your game as quickly as possible with certified orthopedic and manual therapies. At Health in Motion, you receive quality one-on-one time with a board-certified physical therapist. Get the next generation of physical therapy to help in your recovery. Health in Motion is the first PT clinic in Western Pennsylvania to use the Nuvie, the neurobioelectric stimulator, in their therapies. Their technologies can reduce your time on the sideline from 3 or 4 weeks to just 3 or 4 days. Don't wait for months to see improvement. Notice a difference after your first visit to Health in Motion, keeping you moving.
At LCAP Early Learning Centers, our kids are superheroes with extraordinary abilities to explore and learn. All our programs are filled with amazing children, but we need help. We're hiring group supervisors, assistant group supervisors, aides, and many other support positions. If you love to work with children as young as 6 weeks old, then you could be a superhero too. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County. Apply today at lcap.org.
When injuries get you sidelined.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
Final score one final time, Union 51, Cameron County 37. We also just got a final, unfortunately for the Laurel Lady Spartans, a basket with less than a second to go ends up being the difference. They lose 56-54 to River Valley, so the Panthers, District 6 champions, will advance in that one. But the District 7 runner-up Union Scotties into the quarterfinals for the second consecutive year here on our Tri-County Principals postgame show as we wrap this one up for you. Matt Stanley leads with 22 points, 11 for Lucas Stanley. Next highest, Cam Taylor with 5, Brendan Porter with 5, and then 2 each for Booker, Thomas, and Fisher. Connor Eckert with 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe. 16 points for Josh Smith, including, by our counts, 4 from beyond the arc. My numbers are correct. I have them as, for a team, 4 of 7 from downtown in the game. Not too shabby. They just didn't get a lot of three-pointers off in the game. Ryan Schaefer with 7 points. Camden Allison with 6, 4 for Landon Farron, and 2 each for Brevin Lewis. And Joshua Beer. 6 of 25 from beyond the arc. Not the greatest numbers, 24% from downtown today for Union. We'll need to certainly clean that one up, but a scrappy Cameron County team that played today, and Union by far not the best game that we've seen them play for sure on the season, but we'll see how that hopefully can break that rust off and get ready for the next one, because it will be Carleton yet again. 4th time that they've played, and we've had dandies all 4 times. Single possession victories for Union in each regular season matchup, and then shot lights out quite literally in the district semifinals did Union in that defeat over Carleton. Ended up winning by 20 in that game down at Montour. We'll have that one for you on the call. I very much presume we will see that one, and should be seeing a packed house wherever that game ends up being between the two District 7 opponents. The other games going on in the Class 1A world, we just got a score update that Farrell is leading Harmony in their game right now. That's just that's at the end of the first quarter. And the other game that is a late start, Imani Christian against the other Union, that's Union Reimersburg. That game just kicked off as well. So we'll keep tabs of all those. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Thank you. We just hit the 1,000th follower on our Instagram account. We thank everybody for that. Just under a year removed from the kickoff of that Instagram account back at Hershey a year ago. That's where we're hoping to get. Still potentially 5 teams that are available to make it. We had 6 coming into the night. Union has won. Unfortunately, Laurel girls unable to make it to the state quarters for the first time in their program history. They fall by 2 points. And Shenango right now still going on. Have not gotten a score update from that one yet. That was a late tip-off back home at Westminster College. We got a couple of awards to give out. Let's start with our Mainly Chiropractic play of the game. Just one that set the tone after Union had held the ball for the majority of the end of the first quarter. Bounce pass into the lane to get it to Elijah Booker after wasting the last 45 seconds of the first quarter clock. Booker getting the layup at the buzzer. He gets our Mainly Chiropractic play of the game. Lawrence County SportsNet and Mainly Chiropractic are proud to honor Elijah Booker for tonight's Play of the Game award. He will receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. You can view tonight's Mainly Chiropractic Play of the Game and the full list of the season's top plays at lcsportsnet.com. Click on Play of the Game. Congratulations, to Elijah Booker for tonight's Mainly Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Mainly Chiropractic keep you in the game. And as for our LCAP Player of the Game award, well, when you put up nearly half of your team's points, 22 of the 51 tonight put up by Matt Stanley, and when the shooting just wasn't there tonight for the most part for Union, Matt was able to get it done by getting into the lane and really took advantage in the lane and getting to the free throw line when he could. He finishes with 22 points tonight. He is our LCAP Player of the Game. He will take home yet another LCAP Player of the Game shirt in recognition of being tonight's Player of the Game. That shirt courtesy of the Red Zone. Congratulations again to Matt Stanley, 22 points. He is tonight's LCAP Player of the Game. LCAP, they're changing lives. So again, Union against Carleton on Friday. Not sure where it will be. Yeah, I think Newcastle will be a great venue, obviously, but not expecting to get something like that. Maybe Ambridge. Ambridge would be a good little middle ground as a venue for Union against Carleton for the 4th time. We'll just have to wait and see. Those sites should be announced early tomorrow afternoon. Thanks to everybody here setting us up. Nice little spot we got on the sideline here at Brookville. I guess I got to shout out Mason Benedict, helped us get the sign hung today. Thanks to Coach Stanley for all his help. As always, great stuff with him. And thanks to the Union Area Boosters. Yet again, they are the reason why we have this broadcast here tonight. They ask us to remind you to please check them out on Facebook and get ready for sign-ups going on right now for the annual Boosters Golf Outing. That's coming up on May the 27th, again, at Bedford Trails. Visit them online and talk to the entire group. Mr. Bertolino, Mr. Jacobs, the entire crew, everybody involved with the Union Boosters. Can't thank them enough for helping us get these games on the air throughout the postseason. We'll have the Union girls tomorrow, the front end of a doubleheader. That's a 6 o'clock start at Clarion tomorrow. And then we'll have our 7:30 tip-off between Neshannock and Brookville and the boys to cap it off. We'll also have Newcastle, a 5:30 tip-off tomorrow as well. One final time here from Brookville High School. Your final score, Union 51, Cameron County 37. I'm James Dotson saying so long for now, and we'll see you. Stay tuned for more PIAA playoff action. Your home for Lawrence County Athletics in the state playoffs. It's the Lawrence County SportsNet powered by LCAP. Everyone have a great night and drive safely.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This